This one isn't as much fun.
How do you just kind of digest this?
Well, you know, it's easier to digest than what Matt Painter went through. You know, they deserve to beat us. They played better than us. They made shots, made some incredible shots late. They were the tougher team tonight. You know, they just were, and you know, I don't think I did a good job for Cassius, poor kid. We just, you know, when Kenny wasn't making any shots, that pick and pop is a way they can't double Cassius, and we're not making shots. That hurt. But I guess the bottom line is I came in at halftime. I didn't think we played very well. And I said we were 2 down. I was the happiest guy in America because Nick was in foul trouble, and what really hurt when Aaron got in foul trouble. I mean, I don't know how many minutes he didn't play that half, but it was a lot. And we gave up some points after that. And but all in all, you never can feel good because you never know if you'll ever get back here. So I won't feel good tonight, and I'm not going to pretend to feel good tonight, but I bet you a couple days from now I'm going to be so damn proud of this team for not only what they accomplished, but how they did it, and the joy they brought. I mean, it was an incredible year for me, too, just being around them.
Tom, how tough is it when you know you don't get that fairy tale ending for you or for the season?
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, it's funny. Cassius said something to me. You know, we were talking about Gabe, and you know, poor Gabe had the deer in the headlights. You know, it was. I mean, the kid is, you know, he works hard, but he's just not experienced enough right now. And Cash says maybe that's good. You know, Gabe will learn from this. I say, yeah. But that's what I try to tell my guys every year. You know, Cueto and Kenny don't get that next chance, and Cash, you might not. Who knows? Look at the way the NCAA tournament went. I wish I could be a coach that could explain to my players that don't ever think about next year because it may never come. And Cash just looked at me and said, you know, Coach, you're right. And it's hard for kids, especially when you're 19 or 18 and you got 3 years left. You know, you always think there's a tomorrow. Hell, I don't know if I got a tomorrow, but I know for a fact that Cueto and Kenny don't, and you know, that's hard, especially when you did it not playing your best. Now, I do think, don't take anything away from Texas Tech, they had more than a little to do with it, but even when we cut it, you know, Cueto gets that shot on the wing, and he cramps just as he takes it, and he airballed it, and then he get that one deep in the corner, great kick out by Aaron Henry. And I've seen Cueto make a lot of those, you know, and it just wasn't our night. And then Mooney hits one from probably where you guys were sitting. And that's the beauty of basketball. That's why I tell Mariucci it's harder to win in my sport than his.
Tom, Aaron Henry foul trouble, he really seemed to find some comfort late. Maybe he finds that a little earlier if he
yeah. That hurt us. And that's nothing against Gabe. It's just that there was some points scored during that stretch because he hasn't gotten a chance to play, you know, and it's probably the first game where our depth really hurt us. Even with Nick, we wanted to go inside, which we didn't do a very good job of, but with Nick in there, we were starting to. He's physical enough. And then he gets a second foul, and it just created some problems. And they went small ball a little bit. That hurt us a little bit on whether we could play 2 bigs. But Aaron Henry, man, he made some big-time plays late in that game. And he really locked in defensively. You know, what I like more about Aaron every day is, you know, when you challenge him, he responds, and that's a great quality to have.
You guys have been connected all year. This is a game where you also kind of needed bucket getters too, the way they play defense. Like a guy like Joshua Langford, those sort of.
Oh yeah, Kyle Arns. You know, for Kenny Goins to have his worst game, didn't score a point. You know, and it's just one of those things. You know, I thought he had some good looks early. I thought he had some good looks he didn't take. That concerned me right off the bat. But hey, they beat us at our own game. And I talked to Chris a couple days ago, and we were talking about it. And I guess some way I should take a compliment that he appreciates how our teams have played over the last 20 years. And the insult is, and then he went and beat me at my own game, you know. But we'll get better at that part, I promise you.
When a defense is that relentless, do they kind of create their own calls? I mean, it looked like there were some calls maybe that didn't go your way.
Yeah, they remind me of the old Purdue teams, where they're going to get you now. And I mean, they're physical. They're physical, and I think they're in your face the whole time. I mean, I love the way he does it. And I don't think those subs, I thought if I could look at it here for you, but Edwards, Corpree, and Francis really made a difference in this game. Those three guys are all athletes that are physical, and I thought they just kept putting different guys on Cassius, and I thought Cassius hung in there too. He didn't shoot it like he normally has, but for what we did, he was so good in the huddle and at halftime and at the end of the game too. I mean, he's grown as a leader a lot, and it's not just his play on the court, it's his play off the court.
When you guys cut that to 1, did you think this was your game?
Yeah, because probably a dumb question, Jack, but probably a dumb answer on my part. But yeah, I really did. I thought, we hadn't played very well, and we hadn't made some shots. Then Henry made some plays. Cash made a couple plays, and then they hit some big shots. What they really hurt us with late is ball screen defense. We did not do a very good job late. They just drove in there and got little layups and buckets. And I don't know if we broke down, look at the thing. Xavier played a lot of minutes, and maybe that was part of it. But, we'll figure it out and get back. As I said, I'll feel good about my team tonight, but I won't feel good about what happened. But I'm sure in a couple days I'll feel better.
Coming out.
When Kenny Goins checked out, you shook his hand and kind of held him there for a moment and said something to him. You care to share what you said?
I just thanked him. Same with McQuaid, thanked him for what he gave us. And, I'm a huggy-feely type of guy, but I also wanted to know what happened. What do you think happened? I mean, I'm going to come back here someday. Hopefully it won't take another 4 years, but I'm going to get back here. And that's one of the things I asked my team in the locker room, was the prep bad? Were you tired? Did you got to report back? Because we did some things. I mean, we drove baseline a couple times. That was against our deal. We wanted a 2-foot kick out. It was against what we did. We did not follow. There's been games we followed the game plan, and they followed it all week. Maybe it was the crowd, maybe it was the excitement, maybe it was the defense, maybe it was a combination of all things. But, our bigs did not play as well tonight. And two of those guys have been so good for so long, and it just felt bad that, was there a reason? Was there anything? So I could learn from the next guy, That's what I'm always trying to do, and I'll continue to do that.
You go 25 for 26 at the line in one tournament game and then miss 3 front ends.
Yeah, see, the 3 front ends were the killer. I mean, I thought what really killed us is when Aaron came out, they scored 3 buckets, 2 threes, right in a row and a 2, all within a minute and a half, and we missed our good free throw shooters. Xavier and Cueto, we missed 3 front ends of a 1-and-1. Now you look at halftime, that's 8 points and 6 there. That's a 14-point swing. And that's how important they are, and so I think players will start realizing free throws are important, and not that they've done a hell of a job all year. The strength and toughness, though, is something that this team was mentally, but I didn't think physically as tough as we've had. And tonight we caught up with a team that was, probably, you could argue it, but from what everybody's told me, maybe the toughest team in the tournament, And that's why the tournament's all about matchups. It's all about different things. But they deserve to be there, I promise you that.
Oftentimes you say that the seniors last night is the hardest part. What about Matt and Kenny specifically?
Well, I feel bad for both of them. I mean, Kenny's, growing here. But Matt was a bulldog from the day he came here, Matt is the guy that I coined the phrase, like it, love it, or live it. He lives it. Him and Josh live it every single day. And it was a very difficult time for him. Kenny is a guy that's grown. I love the game, and he's gotten better each year, And so I'll be able to use both of them as examples to hopefully those young guys. And maybe we'll get better with Josh and Kyle Arndt's coming back and a couple of recruits coming in. I want to make sure I really analyze this because there'll be another goal to get back here next year.
Do you feel like that their defense, maybe with the way they move guys around, is it mentally fatiguing? How much mental fatigue?
Yeah, because they're all 6'3" to 6'7", and they're all built and they're all strong. Strength, I think, was almost more than athleticism. You know, somebody said they're not just blow by you, and I would agree with that. But they are strong. I mean, you know, they took the ball from us about 4 times, and you know we knew that, but we didn't do a very good job of that. But I think that their strength and the number of people they threw at us, they went small ball, they went big ball, was impressive. I was impressed.
Sorry, you've made so much of the support from the outside and from your program and from the school. How much more did you feel that this run, and how much more did you want to satisfy that thirst for a championship from your supporters?
Well, I did. I felt like part of it was the Big Ten too. You know, I think we're getting maligned, and hey, we're the cause of it. 7 of those Final Fours are mine that we didn't win one. So, but as I said, I'll keep knocking on the door, and one of these days that door is going to open. And yeah, I did feel like for our fans, it was so awesome to have this many people here. I think we picked up some fans in Minnesota. Guys, I can't ask for a better run or better guys. It's just that tonight wasn't our night, and it was theirs, and they're moving on, and we're done.
Tom, you sounded earlier like you would advise Cassius to at least take a look at the next level and see what they say.
You know, I think you have terrible timing, Kyle. The last thing I'm going to talk about is anybody leaving. I apologize. You have the right to ask that question, and I have the right to say, I got 16 guys crying in there. I got a coach who feels like crap. The last thing I'm going to answer is anything like that. We'll do what we do every year. We'll have a meeting at the end of the year. Put it this way, guys. We got a lot of guys that got to get better. They got to get better in a lot of areas. Being good enough to be great is one thing. Being good enough to be an NBA player is another. And if we think somebody is, we'll advise them of that, but we'll do that by talking to the people we know in the league, and it'll be the last I'm going to say about it now. So if anybody else has another question, I apologize ahead of time, but I'll answer anything you want about the team.
To flip it the other way with that, though, and when Mateen came back, that you guys got to the Final Four, and then you were able, they saw the hump. I mean, is that probably plays a
Well, I will say this, Cassius Winston did the best job of anybody after the game. He was a man, he was a leader. He rallied everybody in that room. Impressive. I was impressed. He just talked to him about, you know, we got to learn from what we didn't do right, and you thanked everybody for helping him have the most amazing year personally, but him enjoying the journey with this team because the guys this was a connected team. I think most teams that go far in a tournament have good chemistry, but this one was really connected, and it just didn't work out for us. And but he handled it like a Magic, like a Mateen, like the guys that needed to, and I think he's still got a lot of things he'd like to accomplish. I really do.
You said the ball inside a lot.
Anything else, guys?
What did you envision doing?
We thought we could get it in there because that is a weakness. We thought we'd get it in there and kick it out, and because they swarm, but we didn't post very good, you know. And you know, coach got to take the blame for that because we didn't do a very good job feeding in there. We didn't do a very good job getting open in there. And later on in the game, we did. Nick did a good job. Nick's the one guy that can do that. Those other guys, we had some guards on Kenny, and we didn't take advantage of it. So that's what my staff and I are going to have to look at. We got to do a better job of that.
When Cassius came in his freshman year, and you know he was a scrawny little kid, did you expect him to take on this kind of leadership role?
No, I didn't. I knew he was a good enough kid to do it. He has a different personality than most people, and but you know, as strange as it all seems, and as much as I probably said, him and I are on opposite ends of the spectrum as far as our demeanor and everything else. I think I've come a little bit his way, and I think he's come a lot of it my way. And I got a feeling that this off season, and next year he's going to take his game to a whole nother level. That's been the battle cry with him, you know, getting stronger, getting those legs stronger, and just keep leading people, you know, and making sure we learn from today. That'll be the one thing that I want to do quickly, is have a meeting and make sure we learn before we forget about you know, there were a couple of my bads in the huddle, or I forgot, or I didn't, you know. It's normal, big stage, big thing. That's why you go home.
Is it frustrating as a coach to see Josh and Kyle not being able to play the last game of the season?
Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, my buddy Mariucci said it there. He's over there. He said, boy, you know, Josh, unbelievable kid. And Kenny, he was, you know, I knew Kenny couldn't play because we weren't going to take a chance on that ankle anyway, but I mean, he was warming up. He was doing everything he could. You know, I think he knew how much we needed him. You know, we were down on the perimeter. You know, we really were. And tonight, somebody took advantage of that.
Your most
Anything else, guys?
Your most connected team. Is that going to make you miss your most connected team more than other teams that have?
No, I love all my teams. You know, everybody wants to, contrary to popular belief, there's not many teams I have not absolutely loved, but they're all different reasons, you know. I love my team because they were a smash mouth team, you know. I love Draymond's because he gave me a hard time, you know. I love Denzel because his team, because it was so, everybody was on the same page, you know. But this team, you know, we came out of nowhere really in some ways. I mean, I know we were rated high, but when you look at what we lost, we came out of nowhere, and we still found a way to get where we needed to get. We just didn't finish the job, and so this will always be a special team. I mean, they did some things after a year when we got upset in the first weekend and bounced back and did the things they did and won the Big Ten and won the Big Ten tournament, won a lot of games in a row, and I feel bad that we're not the team we were. You know, we're not quite as good defensively. We're definitely not quite as good rebounding team, but we're really not as good a running team as we were. And I thought halfway through the year we might have been the best running team I've had since Mateen and them, and that was going to be fun. But just the bodies, as the bodies went, we had to just do it a different way. And to their credit, just think about that. They did it a different way and still found a way to win.
You tried to run tonight? I know.
Yeah, we did try to run tonight because that was, we thought out rebounding them was a key, and we did, but not like I thought we could. And then the running game, but when Aaron went out, and then you know we tried to run, but we didn't run as good as I think we could have. And some of that was probably the great job they did at getting back. I mean, they just kept rotating 8 guys in there, and I thought they did a masterful job. I don't know what the minutes were for those guys, but I think for the most part they were all in the 20s, couple 30s, you know, and I thought Chris did a really good job of that.
Matt looked a little fatigued.
Thanks,
too,
guys.
That one stretch and a half.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Matt was dying. Yeah, because he had once Aaron went out, he had to guard both those guys, and that was a tough job. Well, thanks, guys. Take care.